bioenergy sector of British Columbia's forest economy is a very critical and growing and important part of our forest economy. They're using woody biomass and waste wood that previously had been just left to go to waste or would have been required to have been burned after logging operations. By having pellet plants and other secondary fiber consumers using that wood, it's helping BC and Canada meet our climate change objectives by avoiding the emissions from the open burning of these big slash piles. It's also creating a ton of economic activity for small rural communities. It's allowing new opportunities for new entrants to participate in BC's bioeconomy in the forest, particularly Indigenous peoples around the province. And we're seeing investments being made by Indigenous and non-Indigenous participants, and they're creating jobs, well-paying jobs that support families. And when we do that, especially in areas that have historically low levels of employment, it creates a whole bunch of social benefits because a job could be much more than just a job.
So the pellet industry in Prince George really adds to the diversity of the economic structure and strategies that we have in place. It just is really significant of what's going on in our region, and particularly here in Prince George, where we have really worked hard to diversify our economy, and that's really makes the wood pellet industry a key player.
Full utilization of the trees has a positive perception from locals. It helps people create pride for the industry and knowing that we're taking a resource out of the land and using every ounce of it. I think the wood pellet industry brings that added value to the perception of the industry. While doing that, it creates new jobs. It supports small businesses that are providing supplies and services to those pellet plants locally. Those contracts could be anything from wood hauling, grinding, tree planting. I'm sure they use accountants, lawyers, engineering, GIS. It creates a lot of opportunity for local suppliers, which creates new businesses and jobs within the community. And those people spend their money in restaurants, at the movies, and all of the other sectors that create a quality of life within the community.
The local economy benefits from employment, not only at CN, but at the terminals, the producers, as well as all of the local suppliers in the area. We've created a very sustainable, long-term, efficient program where we can drive growth with the pellet industry.
Originally, there was a number of pulp mills operating in our area which took all the residuals from sawmills like ours, and both of those pulp mills have since been shut down. So when Skeena began, we had nowhere to take the bark and sawdust that our sawmill produces. So we knew we needed to find a home for that, and so we looked at a bunch of alternatives and landed on building a pellet mill as a way to add value to that piece of our fiber. We partnered with the Kitsim-Kalem when we built this plant so that we could have access to rail, and they also offered the service of hauling our pellets from our plant to the railhead.
Hi, my name is Diane Collins, and I'm the General Manager for the Kitsim-Kalem Economic Development Group of Companies. One of the things that we've done with the Economic Development Group of Companies is we've started a logistics park. And within that logistics park, we are actually transloading a bioenergy product from Skeena Bioenergy. I'm a proud member of the Kitsim-Kalem community, and our community is right at the confluence of the Kalem and the Skeena rivers, which is just east of Terrace, British Columbia. And we have approximately 400 or so members that live on reserve and another 300 that would live off reserve. And we are very happy to be a part of the forestry industry and utilizing as much as 100% of every tree. I think that's an important value of the Kitsim-Kalem people, to utilize your entire resource as much as possible. We really have a strong belief in not wasting where possible. And this is one of those projects that is an easy opportunity for Kitsim-Kalem. They have a real strong belief in doing things that are good for the environment, good for the community, and good for the trees. We have to develop ways and means of becoming self-sustaining. This logistics park gives us a true and real opportunity to take the land that we live on and develop an economic resource. I think because this is such a green energy product and a renewable energy product, the community in general totally supports wood burning pellets.